Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone's having a fabulous day wherever you are in this world. So this popped up on my FYP, and first and foremost, I feel so unbelievably sorry for this lovely lady Victoria, of whom this has happened to. This is revolving around when she went to her esthetician, who is the celebrity estheticians for the stars, darling, Sonia Dakar. She went to her, and basically this woman, Sonia, it's a rabbit hole. It's an absolute rabbit hole. What she did to Victoria's face is absolutely diabolical. She should not have her license. She should not be this renowned. And funnily enough, she does actually have a pretty shady history herself, which we're going to be getting into. Victoria posted a 10-minute long TikTok explaining her horrific experience that she had with Sonia. And I just want to talk about it because well and truly reading through the comment section of her video, Victoria's video, and then looking at the reviews online and just all of this information that's coming out about her, I am unbelievably surprised she is so well renowned. This study from the Los Angeles Times, Sonia Dakar to basically be arraigned on charge of battery. Yeah, already we're getting off to a flying start. So basically, she's the renowned Beverly Hills esthetician whose client list includes Drew Barrymore, Matt Damon, Paula Abdul, has made a name for herself, keeping Hollywood's beautiful people beautiful. Her clinic has also earned a reputation for rude behavior, aggressive extractions, and high-pressure sales tactics that have resulted in 18 Better Business Bureau complaints in the last 6 months.
36 months, not 6.
That is an opener. Oh, she's also done Gwyneth Paltrow's as well. Apparently Gwyneth Paltrow used to does rave, I don't know, about her. And she's even brought her daughter Apple along with her to get her face done. Victoria comes and she comes to TikTok and she's just like, I need to get this off my chest. I need to explain it. But it's a very difficult story for her to tell. She says that back in late 2019, she was really suffering low self-confidence because she had adult acne. I believe she was 26 at the time and all she wanted was to be able to treat it. She tried out Sonia's products. Now, if you go onto the website, Sonia's website, there is like so many things, so many different products, and they're not cheap either. She tried her products and raved about it, loved the product. She then decided to book an appointment. She went to see Sonia face to face and started getting these facials and different treatments. She would call Sonia her LA mum, for instance, go and post loads of pictures to social media, rave about it. Basically, she even took her own mum to go and get a facial with Sonia.
Pretty much from the moment we started working together, I was posting online about my experience and how she did end up clearing my acne. I was telling people to buy her products and go see her in her clinic in Beverly Hills. I even called her my LA mom at the time and actually took my own mom to her clinic for a session. It's a pretty safe bet to say that I was a very strong supporter. She also called me family, so our sessions were kind of this like half skincare, half therapy. Like I really felt like I was hanging out with and getting advice from my mom.
Now, April 2021 is where the happening happened, okay? I'll let Victoria explain the bulk of it. She went in there to get a facial, and then afterwards they ended it with a peel, and she states that she has had peels before, but this one, it felt like it was burning, and like some have a bit of a bite to it, she says, but this one, it was stinging, burning, was not pleasant whatsoever.
We had done a peel before. I trusted her. She, 1, is the expert, 2, knew my skin better than anybody else, and 3, the way it's described both on her website and in the room is having no downtime or irritation. So she starts the treatment. The solution is a liquid solution in a dropper, and she starts by applying it to my left cheek, then my forehead, and then my right cheek, and a small drop actually landed just below my left eyebrow. I kind of felt this immediate like burning and stinging, which if you haven't had a peel before, they can have a little bit of a bite to them, but this definitely felt different. My eyes started watering. I hadn't been given eye protection, so my tear actually wiped some of this towards my hairline. Pretty quickly after saying that it actually hurt, she rinsed it off. I was given a fan to kind of cool my face down. It was still just like really on fire, and I was kind of confused as to why this hurts so badly. So I opened the front-facing camera on my phone to use as a mirror, as any millennial woman probably would, and saw what I thought looked like a white cream or a white lotion, but pretty quickly realized that that was actually my skin just burned. I immediately snapped these photos and I sent them to my group chat, where my friends immediately started freaking out, rightfully so. One thing you should know about me is I tend to hide my pain and emotions in humor, so I tried to kind of play it off like it was going to be gone soon. And in the room, she was very much insistent that it would be fine, she would fix it, and her words were, in 1 month we would be perfect.
And of course, Sonia is saying, yeah, it'll be perfect in 1 month. Just keep on coming back and keep on spending money and keep on using my products, and of course it'll be better.
So I did about 18 sessions with her in 2021 and 12 sessions in 2022. These treatments often included pretty aggressive microneedling.
The thing that really got me was that Sonia was doing micro needling. Is definitely a choice over what she has done to Victoria's face. It's kind of doing like a lot of rapid, shallow, making little incisions almost, adding trauma to the skin, as all of these special effects and whatnot. I've always been told not to do micro needling with my vitiligo, because actually adding more trauma to it can cause it to spread more. But of course we are not talking about the same thing.
After reading the comments, I also went and did a quick Google search, and it says that microneedling can be beneficial on old, like healed, mature scars only after you seek professional opinions, dermatologists, etc., people who specialize in scarring. Only then can you start microneedling.
Sonia decides that, hey, after I've basically like what looks like a burn to the face, I'm going to add even more trauma to it. And everyone in the comment section is saying that is not the thing that you should be doing.
Every morning I would snap a photo of my face and send them to her and ask for advice on what to do. And she would give me a protocol of what to apply. I actually am so uncomfortable sharing these photos, but I think it shows what I was dealing with. So like, please just, I don't know, be kind, or like don't be mean about them. Like, I was scabbing and sobbing and scared. And at the end of that week, I was actually supposed to go hang out with my brother. And she, in a text, said to me, "Is he gonna be scared to see you like that?" And I wouldn't say he was scared. He was pretty mad and upset and told me that I should pursue legal action pretty immediately. A side note is that at the time I was actually just coming out of a other legal issue with an ex-boyfriend that honestly drained the life out of me. So the thought of going through another legal battle just didn't sound like something I could handle at the time. And I honestly, at my core, really trusted that she could fix this because she told me so. Someone came up and asked me if I had acid thrown on my face, which I didn't realize at the time was kind of going to be the beginning of people asking. I mean, fairly invasive, but also it's on my face. It's a quite obvious thing. If you're looking at my face, it's one of the first things you see. And I just kind of desperately held on to hope that she was right. And all of these treatments were followed by diligent use of her products and kind of this constant checking in with her of, are we making progress? Is it looking better? And still feeling on the inside like I was permanently disfigured. We were kind of on this journey of the next one's gonna be it. And I kept kind of holding on to hope that the next session was gonna be it. She had promised me she was going to be able to fix it. To my knowledge, she never consulted with another professional about the protocols or what she was doing to fix it. But if she did, it was never communicated to me. During this time in 2021 and 2022, I spent about in the ballpark of $30,000 with Sonia.
So that is obviously an insane amount of money. I believe that she says at the very end that the grand total of everything was in the ballpark of like $60,000 when you're considering all of the treatments, and then you're considering the products that she's purchased from Sonia. My own head, Sonia, like, she didn't even refer her to a dermatologist. She didn't do any of that. And when Victoria went to go and see her dermatologist, the dermatologist was just completely in shock, because it would seem like Sonia is using medical grade products when she is not licensed to do that. In fact, Victoria went and she had a little look. You shouldn't even be doing microneedling. that is not within her license bracket. So Sonia is literally doing treatments that she's not even licensed to do, not reporting any problems that are happening and saying, come back, keep on coming back, and I'm going to keep on charging you money, but don't forget to use the products of mine when you're at home. $60,000.
She was pretty immediately, really confused as to why Sonia hadn't immediately referred me out to a burn unit or a plastic surgeon when this initially happened. And two, was really concerned as to what was actually in this peel, since in her experience, what an esthetician would have shouldn't do this level of damage. To this day, I still have no idea what was in that liquid. The dermatologist recommended a different treatment plan, which was 6 sessions of a laser. Again, felt kind of like an empty promise of 6 sessions and you'll be good. And that was another $8,000 out of pocket down the drain. Sonia reached out to me in January of 2023, and I let her know I was seeing a dermatologist and that we were trying this other plan because I just wasn't happy with where we were on this path to recovery, and I felt a little bit like I had been misled.
So at one point, Victoria did say, I don't think that this is going to work out anymore, etc., etc. She sent Sonia a text message. Sonia says, I'd love to have you come back in next week for skin treatment. You'll still have the package. We can talk on how to get your complexion back to normal, how many more sessions you have with the doctor. And Victoria said, yeah, the white spot is getting a little frustrating because it feels like it might not go back to normal. When next week works? She originally said 5 to 6 total and it would be gone, but we've done 4 and it doesn't feel like the end is in sight, sadly. She decides to go back to Sonia for another 10 sessions, which is then adding to the bulk. In total, she's then at $60,000, decides to go back because she is like, well, the only person who knows what that peel was Sonia herself. No one else knows what it was. A lot of people are saying that anything that can cause that kind of reaction is not something that her license she shouldn't be able to use it with her license. It doesn't get any better, and they have not spoken since 2023.
She's the only person on this planet who knew what happened in that room, so she's the only one who could kind of figure out a solution. Whether that was smart or not, I put my hands up on that one. Went in for another 10 sessions and spent in the ballpark of about $10,000 with her. Sonia and I have not spoken since 2023. I've since been advised by a number of professionals that the liquid probably was medical grade, or at least something that an esthetician shouldn't have access to, and that's what her license is under the California Board of Barbering and Cosmetology. I've also since been informed that the microneedling treatments she was doing to fix the issue are also not covered by that license. Flash forward to today, and I still very much have marks on my face, and it's something that I'm very self-conscious about. It's the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning, the last thing I see before I go to bed. And when I see photos of myself, my first check is if the P shape on my left cheek is covered, if you can see the dent of where skin hasn't grown back in my forehead is, or if you can still see the little white spots on my right cheek. It's just overall not a great feeling to have that be the first thing you're reminded of every single day. In total, over the years, I spent in the ballpark of $60,000 with Sonia. I trusted her with my face, with my skin, honestly with a lot of my innermost feelings, and to feel like this person wasn't looking out for me in the way I'd hoped is just really disappointing at the end of the day. I've also spent another $30,000 on other treatments with other professionals in hopes of getting my face back. The real issue is the amount of time and energy and effort I've put in putting together every photo, video, bill, text communication that kind of supports this case. There's been no resolution. I've tried to go about it the right way and do the right path, both legally and with the board who holds her license, but there's been absolutely no resolution. The board actually has publicly recorded issues with her in the past and have put her license on probation before. There's also public information regarding her relationships with past clients, past employees. I encourage you to Google it.
Victoria does go on, she does mention some of the things which I'm going to be addressing in just a second, but having a look at some of the comments, we have a few people saying Chanel. She says, she invited me for an influencer facial, and not only was it the worst facial I've ever had, she was so unprofessional and bragged the whole time about her doing the Kardashians, and I should be honored she's doing it for free. I've been waiting to make a video about this. She ruined me. Someone anonymous said, Sonia Dakar ruined my skin in the early 2000s. It took me years to get my skin to its normal, healthy place. She was a lunatic monster. I'm so sorry you went through this. She should not be allowed to treat people. Reviews that are out on Google with people with their testimonies, there are quite a few of them, and I believe Victoria does pull up a couple. I wanted to get onto some of the other stuff that Miss Sonia has been accused of. So there's this one that really stood out to me. It says, discrimination suit brought against Beverly Hills skincare company owner Sonia Dakar. This was October 2020. This linked in the description box if you want to go and have a little look at the whole entire thing. This was Sonia, like her doing this within her workplace about hiring people and discrimination and all of this. It says, according to court documents, Dakar is accused of saying she would not interview or hire Black and Latin applicants and questioned people during interviews about their religious, ethnic, and national origin backgrounds. One of the plaintiffs left the company in December 2018 and the other resigned 3 months later, according to their complaint, which also alleges that Dakar failed to pay them all wages and other amounts they were owed. Employees said they resigned from the company due to systemic workplace discrimination, including sexual orientation harassment and discrimination, retaliation, failure to take all reasonable steps to prevent harassment, discrimination and retaliation, negligent hiring, retention and supervision, and various state labor code violations. The two plaintiffs, the one who worked at the front desk and the other in a marketing role, said Dakar would openly make discriminatory comments against people who are African American, Latina, and Muslim. All of it is awful. All of it is absolutely disgusting. But this is her personally, right? This is her personally. Also, Sonia Dakar, basically, she was charged with battery at one point because she tried to, and I'm not joking when I say this was back in 2008, she tried to like bite the inspector. I'm not joking. It was just a routine inspection, said Kevin Flanagan, a spokesman for the Department of Consumer Affairs. The inspector showed up, Mr. Carr showed up and just kind of pounced on her. It's not something that happens to our inspectors every day. According to the report filed with the Beverly Hills Police Department, Consumer Affairs Inspector Michelle DeGrate was removing an expired business license from the wall of the skincare clinic when Dakar allegedly grabbed the inspector's hand in an attempt to take back the license, pulled her hair, and attempted to bite her hand. This woman's crazy. A spokesman for the Beverly Hills Police Department said the inspector then made a private person's arrest, alleging battery by the clinic owner, who was later released on $20,000 bail. And also, not to mention as well, is that there's this whole thing about Sonia Dakar follows her clinic into bankruptcy. 2012 kind of time, so this was after the hand biting incident. Only one day after her daughter put Sonia Dakar's Hollywood skincare clinic into bankruptcy, the esthetician to the stars filed for Chapter 11 protection herself. Although she's filed for bankruptcy, the filing shows just how successful her spa and skincare line have been. Sonia Dakar listed between 10 million and 50 million in assets, according to documents filed with the US bankruptcy court. She has between 1 million and 10 million in liabilities, with much of her debt arising from legal fees. Much of that debt likely stems from the multiple lawsuits members of the Dakar family have brought against each other since 2008. Yeah, she's this bankruptcy case is all about a family dispute which is already occupying the time and energy of 4 of the courts, federal and state. There is no reason to add a 5th in a blatant, outrageous case of forum shopping. So basically, it sounds like the whole entire family are like bringing each other to court, and that's apparently why they're filing bankruptcy. I believe that there's other problems as well, like that there is other issues. Either way, after reading the comments of everyone in Victoria's comment section, their own experiences, then looking at the reviews online, I definitely urge you to go do that, of people that have had really bad experiences. Looking at that, reading up all of the different things that she has been involved in, she doesn't sound like she's got her head screwed on properly. I'm going to be completely honest. like I'm shocked. I'm just shocked that she has such a like such a pool. Do you know what I mean? Or she did have such a pool. Celebrities are raving about her. Apparently, there's like the Kardashians' faces or whatever. I mean, that says absolutely nothing in terms of credibility. But you see where I'm going. Like she's renowned, and she's got so much history. There's so much history there. I'm just so shocked. I'm honestly so shocked. And to top it all off, she's literally using her license incorrectly, which she can and will get in a lot of trouble for. So hopefully Victoria, and maybe she could like pair up with the other shed loads of people who are saying that they've had hopefully they can all just band together and do something about it. I'm hoping if there's like enough of them.
To my knowledge, these services are still being performed unchecked, and clients just don't know, because it shouldn't be on the consumer to know what is within and without someone's license. Just because it's advertised or just because they're offering it apparently doesn't mean they should be doing it. And I've also been told that some of her recent clients are actually quite young, as in like young teenagers. At freshly 28, I don't think I was equipped to have my face permanently changed, but I just can't imagine someone in their adolescence walking in for a classic standard facial that you've gotten before, but walking out with your skin permanently damaged. On a human level, it's just pretty devastating to have someone you trust so much permanently damage your skin and just not have any form of resolution or accountability. To be clear, this isn't a woe is me video, it's a be warned video.
But that is pretty much all I've got to say to you guys today. Please let me know down in the comment section what you thought of today's offering with this piece of information. Absolutely crazy, cannot believe it. So I hope you all have a fantastic day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.